good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to the Palouse, Pullman Washington Martin Stadium, home to the Washington State Cougars. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the UCLA Bruins, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Washington State Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Bruins will kick it away to start. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. So Washington State's offense comes onto the field first today. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are it.
Oh, he's got some space. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And that one's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Gonna swing it on second down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. 3rd and long, it's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter onto the field. They let him get loose, break some tackles, and with the first, the offense stays on the field.
Makes the catch. It's right. He's run out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 26.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Tight end now in motion. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to throw. Flips it out on the screen. He's going for the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Washington State. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
So the UCLA Bruins offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw him, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing, tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
The Bruins moving the chains on the ground, and they've had some great running backs there. Some have flown under the radar a little bit.
Yeah, guys like Jonathan Franklin. And listen, you can always find elite recruits and great playmakers out there in the Golden State.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
The give to the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Bruins want to move quickly.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bruins come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it back looking for help. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Here comes the Wazzu offense onto the field again. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. A hit that forced that incompletion.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's right. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Washington State going back to work on 1st down. With the catch, it's Clemens. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. Washington State ready to go with another 1st down. Wants to throw it. They go to the wide receiver screen.
I like getting these slant throws early. Getting some completions because you're setting up the slant and go. Later in the game, the quarterback can pump the slant route and then hit him up the sideline for a big game.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
This quarterback part of their running game. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. No problem for the offense there. They just took care of business.
And you practice these situations nowadays, you know you're going to go for them 4th most of the time. 4th and 1, you feel very confident, you're ready to rock and roll, and they get the 1st down.
Hand off from the shotgun. Powers through the defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run. But that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And he missed it. No good. After the miss, the lead is still 4. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Here comes the heat. Grabbed in the middle, it's Flores. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the 1st. Trying play action. Makes the grab on the left. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On the ground, it's Cox. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington State has the lead. We put 1 in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. Wants to go up top. Lets it fly. He's got it inside the 30. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Going for 6. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He'll pull it on the read. And the defense knew exactly where that 1st down line was, and they stopped him short. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And he'll have to be precise from the left hash in this short angle. No good. And guys, still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Stacked up after gaining a couple.
And the defense is doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking for space. It's Riley. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Might as well give it to him again. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They'll run play action. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground with the 41.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Rides the back on the option, the give. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Wants to fire on second down. Going for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Good awareness by the defense. In this situation on the field, you know there's coordinators that like to try to take shots deep down the field and catch you napping, but the defense was ready for that one.
On third down, he drops to throw. The sure hands, it's Riley. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington State.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league, but check this out. Auburn had an impressive showing there on the Plains, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Bo Jackson is impressed with this one. Always interesting to see good at
turning it on. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. The Bruins come to the line in the hurry-up. The Bruin uniforms look pretty, but don't let it fool you. They'll stick their face in the fan and run it tough like a Freeman McNeil used to.
Okay, a good pull. Freeman McNeil, I don't remember him, but I do remember a guy like Maurice Jones-Drew, who's a little bowling ball and just ran physical, and just finding those guys that you can feature in your offense.
To the air on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. Fires to the big fella. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. Got it behind the line. It's Flores. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. And the Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll take it on the return. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Here comes the Wazzu offense onto the field again. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That's caught. It's right. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
This is a designed run. Breaks into the open. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 to the first down.
Well, they're setting the tone early in this game. 4th down in their own end. They go for it on the ground, and they pick it up.
Want to set the tone. They want to establish that they think their offense is unstoppable and that they're willing to do anything to keep the football.
You're exactly right, Reese. They're sending a very clear message to this defense. We're going to run the football. We don't care what you do, but you are not going to stop us.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got the back over the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Cougars are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. A lot of defenders around on that screen. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Out of the backfield, he's open. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. On the run, still looking. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Quarterback making adjustments. to throw again. Working that left side now. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
That's why as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on third down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
On the move. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And this is why you're winning, right? You were 3 for 3, now 4 for 4 on fourth down. All part of the plan, right? The offensive coordinator knew coming in. This was going to be perfect. We're going to execute perfectly on fourth down. That's how you win ball games right there.
Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hall. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Trying to make magic with his feet. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down. And I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. He wants it all. And he's got it! Touchdown, Cougar! They are seizing. Oh, and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Looks like you've had a very enjoyable day there today in Pullman. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right.
And the returner goes down. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Quarterback on the keeper. Picks up the first down, still moving. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
And that is picture perfect by this quarterback. Nice job running the option, seeing he's not covered. Nobody's taking him. They didn't play that responsibility, and he chews up yards and makes the huge play.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Bruins want to crank the tempo.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
They'll move the wide receiver. To the air on second down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Sets up the screen. There he goes. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. He's got it on the run. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Marches ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bruins. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Oklahoma was able to ride away on that Sooner schooner with the win, but not necessarily without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll send the back in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Riley. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it. It'll be third down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
The Cougars really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job.
Oh, he's got some space. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Going to sling it on second down. Gets it out fast. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Why not get everybody's heart pumping a little bit, bouncing off that right up, right through. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll stop him just short of the 1st down marker on the screen. And the Bruins moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Reels it in down the left side. Hits the crease. He's at the 10. Touchdown, UCLA. And hit. They come almost all the way back.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Off the play fake on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Hall. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I think one of the most undervalued assets in good quarterback play is the play-action game. Making the run fake honestly and truthfully looking like run. You're fooling the defense, and then you're just making it easier on yourself because you're giving yourself bigger lanes to throw the football into.
Flushed out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays. And you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it. They know it's a pass, but they had eyeballs on him. And as soon as he took off, they ran to him, and they made sure they got him on the ground.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Unleashes one. Got a man. It's Tuggle.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the 1st down.
From around the gut. The running back looking for room. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll send the tight end in motion. They go to the ground. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. On 1st and goal, let's see if Washington State can get it in. Trying to pound it in. And he is stopped for no gain, and that will bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Washington State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Here we go. Wants to go up top. Got it set up on the outside. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Cougars. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. The Bruins in the hurry-up.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Caught in the backfield. It's Wilson. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bruins can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Rides the back and leaves it. The stiff arm gets him loose. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. The Bruins kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Running back searching for a hole. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've they've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending.
Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. The RPO, it's complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. So at this point, I expected them to go for it here. Instead, here comes the field goal unit. No good. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Here comes the Wazzu offense onto the field again. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose.
I know this defense feels like they missed some opportunities. Yeah, they had 2 sacks their last game out, but they feel like... bunch more out on the field, and they wanted to try to get to the quarterback in this game. That was finally the first time they registered a sack so far here. Curious to see how this pass rush looks the rest of the way.
The Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. From his end zone, looking to throw, got to take care of the ball. Caught over the middle, it's Hall. Tripped up for the tackle. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the game.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Finds his man. It's Hall. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position, and here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Washington State has it all working right now. Grab behind the line. It's right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And here comes the offense on second down. Might be changing the route. Wants to fire on second down. Grab near the marker. It's Tuggle.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. And brought down after a nice game. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Washington State.
Wazzu headed to the line with another first down. Sends it back in motion. He wants to throw it again. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. So now it's second and long. Back to pass. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Wazzu! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Florida State took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. Kind of felt like how that 2013 Seminoles team, led by Jameis Winston, Devontae Freeman, and Kelvin Benjamin, would just steamroll teams. One team will rise in the ACC standings, while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the fourth quarter.
And here comes the Heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Throws to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. This offense has it with really good field position. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got his man on the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they got the running back out on a route one-on-one. He's got to do a better job separating, though. Just not a good enough route so that when he caught it, he got tackled right away for a gain of no yards.
Off play action. He's got his man across the middle. Touchdown, Washington State. A great catch and run for 6. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants.
Breaks into the open. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bruins, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll rip off 8 on that play in 2nd and 2. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Bruins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Lofts one high and deep. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
They get to him as he throws. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
No harder position to play in a ball game than the offensive line. You know, tonight in this game, you're down by a lot. You know you have to pass the football. Man, it's a tough job to protect up front, and they definitely struggled on that play.
Caught close to the marker, it's Wilson. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. They just keep firing. Plucks it out of the air. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Get it out on the screen. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's Flores. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Bruins, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. But it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. He's got him in the flat. And the pass is complete, but less than nothing to show for it. They're knocked down behind the line. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road there.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.